Hey, it's great to be with you again today. Did you go outside this morning early? Man, it was slippery out there, right? It was icy. There was this little sheen of ice on our driveways and on the streets and developments and stuff. The main roads were pretty good, but there was that slippery little bit of ice that kind of set in overnight. And if you weren't careful, woo, you could be right. Yeah, and so I'm riding the bus in the morning. I ride a bus, high school bus, picking up kids, right, going to school, and there's these driveways in this one development, and they are like, woo, they're like this. And as we're going, I'm thinking to myself, wow, man, if some of these kids come flying out of the house, because some of them wait in the house until the bus gets there, come flying out of the house and hit that driveway, kaboom, right? It can be dicey. So we're kind of watching the kids, and most of the kids were aware. They came down and they were careful, and they went off to the side or went into the grass, and were very careful. And I started thinking about that in my faith life, and how a slippery slope, slippery slope, slippery slope. Say that 10 times fast, right? A slippery slope can work its way into my life, and slippery slopes can be things that lead us away and make us, boom, crash and burn, right? In our faith life. Slippery slopes can come in out of nowhere. They can start out as something, maybe I'll just have a couple beers. Maybe I'll just have a couple drinks. Maybe I'll smoke some weed and, I'll just relax. And maybe I'll gamble a little bit. Maybe I flirt with these women or these men and they seem to like me. And there's these things that happen, and then they start to roll, and then they start to build, they snowball, and they become a slippery slope. But then there's other things too that kind of work their way into our lives too. That I lie a little bit, and now it's becoming a habit, or I cheat and I take advantage of others, and to make myself get ahead and to feel better and to gain status, and I oh, and then I start to gossip about others because, right? And these things that start off small start to steamroll and build and become slippery slopes, and well, they start to ruin us. They start to ruin our faith. Others look at us and they go, well, man, if he's a Christian, why in the world would I ever want to be a Christian? It starts to affect the relationship that we have, not only with those around us, but it affects the relationship that we have with God, because then we start to turn away, and we start to rely on those other things instead of the one who is our foundation of who we are. So as we go through these days, may we be aware of the slippery slopes that can worm their ways into our lives, and that we need to be aware and reconnect with Jesus and ask him to give us the wisdom to avoid those slippery slopes. May God continue to pour out his grace, mercy, and blessings on each and every one of us until we get to meet again. Amen. Amen.